Hello and welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and our review of round 9. So if you're enjoying the channel, go ahead, hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, hit that button too. Our Ankle Sore community is growing at a rapid rate.
Rapid.
So thanks for being a part of it. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get an alert when a new episode drops.
Boys, before we start, I've got to say this, all right? I'm going to talk to the camera and
Down the barrel?
Down the barrel.
Jeez, big start.
What's the date today?
Good question.
It's Mother's Day, we know that.
12?
So,
12?
Yeah, I think 12th, you might be right.
12th of May?
Let's get it right. What's the date?
12th of May.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, let's 12th of May. 11th, 12th, 13th, it'll do. So 12th of May, 2025. I and these two, and probably most of the football community, want Andrew Dillon and Laura Kane to resign tomorrow, Monday morning, 9 a.m. First thing. The game is almost in disrepair. I saw the worst umpiring decision I've ever seen in the history of AFL, VFL, VFA, Samful, Waffle, Quaffle football I've ever seen.
Which one was that one?
Cozzy Pickett.
WRFL, EDFL.
Oh, yes.
Cozzy Pickett.
Yes.
Running into an open goal.
That's incredible.
And gets tripped up. Not only did he not get a free kick, he could have broken his leg with that's dangerous, right? Nothing. Play on, nothing to see here.
Can you believe that?
So what's the umpire thinking?
What are they seeing? Four of them?
No, what are they saying?
Thinking?
They're thinking about Monday going to work. This is my other point. As of tomorrow, before you resign, you need to resign, but before you resign, you must, as of this weekend, make the umpires full-time. I don't care what it costs. I don't care what it takes. Full-time. I don't want them thinking about their jobs on Monday. I want them thinking about the game, and that's all they do. And that's it. That's the first part. Second part. Will Powell plays for Gold Coast, right?
Correct.
Homophobic slur on the field, self-reported 5 weeks.
Yeah, I remember, yep.
Jeremy Finlayson 2 years ago, homophobic slur on the field, self-reported 3 weeks.
Yep.
Suspended.
Yep.
Willie Rioli incites violence, not 1 week, because he didn't get a week, because he took himself out.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the AFL gave him 1 week.
No, that was just a cop-out, mate.
Exactly.
Don't be stupid.
Resign tomorrow, 9 a.m. I want everyone in the comments to agree with this and say resign and make it a thing, because these two idiots are ruining this sport. That's it, boys. Sorry, I had to say it.
That's
Get
great.
off my system.
I agree.
Because I can't handle watching.
It's assault and a threat.
Right.
What he said. It's disgusting.
Yet they give him 1 week.
His own week.
We know why.
Yeah, and they gave him a week. However, why didn't Port Adelaide suspend him?
That's true.
That's true.
David Koch, you should stand down too.
He's another
Ken
one.
Hinkley, you should stand down too. Why are we standing for this crap? Why should we stand for this?
Yeah, it doesn't matter who it is. Yep.
I don't care I don't care, mate. Tarrant Thomas got kicked out of the game.
Yep.
For something similar-ish.
Yeah.
It was bad what he did, got kicked out of the game. Not
Correct.
suspended for a week, out of the sport.
Never played
Yeah.
again.
You're not allowed to play. They told
Correct.
him.
Yeah.
Look, you can't go to another club. You're not allowed to play.
You're not allowed to play.
However, this bloke, right, not his first time, his third time.
That's right.
100%.
His third time.
Oh, no. But
Mate.
the first 2 times, this only came out because the first 2 times
No
they
problem.
wanted to hide it.
Okay.
So-
So let's just extract those 2 that don't exist.
Yeah.
This isolated incident, if you punch someone on the field, do you go, oh, let's see if he's done it 3 more times? Or do you...
That's right.
Deal with it then. Yeah.
Deal with that incident. So, the fact that you haven't dealt with it, you're ruining the game with the umpiring. Resign tomorrow.
Yeah, they're a joke.
That's it.
This is the worst we've ever had in the way of leaders.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
And they can't employ wannabe football holics
No.
that love the game and just want to be an
No,
umpire.
no.
You know, like they've got to get some real football people in
Look,
there.
serious. You got to
Like
get serious.
a couple of retired players would be handy.
Right. So, but if you offer $500,000 for an umpire, that's a salary, right? $500,000. They get paid
That's good money.
handsomely as it is.
Yeah.
Probably, I think 200 to 250 they get paid, right? Now, if you double that, ex-footballers will go, hey, I might, and they understand the game.
right.
That's
Yeah.
probably what we need in the game,
right.
right?
Correct.
So ex-footballers.
Correct.
We've had a
Even
couple
coaches.
of them. Coaches, anyone. But let's get fair income. How can coaches and footballers be full-time, yet the people that officiate the game are part-time. It's beyond me, and I've had enough.
I saw one of the worst deliberates tonight too. We'll get on to that once we get to that game. I
Anyway.
don't know if you saw it.
Sorry, boys,
No,
but
fantastic.
it had to be said.
And I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Let's go to the first game of the round. It was on Thursday night. Fremantle 12-11-83 lost to Collingwood 15-7-97. Plenty of Collingwood supporters didn't know if Collingwood could kick a score. They kicked 97.
Yeah, nearly kicked 100.
Thank God for Elliott. Kicked 6.
Mate, everyone
Okay.
going, he's finished this, mate. The bloke's smart, can still jump.
Yeah, he's
beautiful
good.
kick, mate. He's
Did you
putting
not
in-
say last week that Fremantle are a different team at home?
I did.
They tried a little bit better.
They were better.
Collingwood said, we'll take 4 of our better players out, see what you got.
They were better, but don't get me wrong. Collingwood's Collingwood, though.
That's right.
You know what I think of them.
Okay.
They'll
even,
find
even
a way.
with 4 players out.
I actually
You
said it's a bit dangerous. I did say it's a bit dangerous.
Yeah, he did.
And in the end, they only won by...
They
They
gave
won
him-
the game, but I'm just saying...
Hold on. They gave him a 5
And they
goal
go, I
head
was
start.
going to say,
Yes,
and they
yeah,
go
I know.
for, yeah.
5 goal head start.
Aye.
They still lost
How
5.
good are they? How good
They're
are they?
sensational.
They're in
Dacos,
cherry right form. I mean, okay, they lost
injured.
last week, but still.
Okay, you're going to lose one
But
here
they're
and
going
there.
okay.
You're going to lose them, yeah. Oh, I can't see anyone beating them for the flag. Honestly. Or at least grand finalists.
It's very
grand final
early.
day's
It's
different.
a long way to go to stay
Yeah, 'cause
at
you don't know-
form.
yeah, that's
the
right.
problem.
In 2023, called it about round 4 with Collingwood.
He did.
Oh, you know what I like about them? They just know what you're doing. They know what I'm
That's
doing.
right.
They know you're, right?
That's exactly right.
That's how they play.
Mate.
4
the
out,
left hand
4
knows
in.
what the right hand's doing.
Exactly. So I can't see them not playing off for another premiership. Playing off.
Yeah.
Grand final day, anything can happen, as we know.
I'm not, for one second,
No
gonna
argument.
argue with
How
that.
about you? Because you've been a bit
Well, like, it's too early to pick it. It's a long way out.
Really?
They'll make the top 4 and they'll play in a preliminary final, and I think that's as good as getting into a grand final. So,
Okay.
All right.
That's
fair
interesting.
enough.
You
I mean,
mean,
it's a preliminary final week. You don't know.
You
But
don't know.
They're definitely preliminary
Injuries,
final.
yeah, I agree.
Integrity,
All right.
definitely.
Just a quick one.
But I'm not sticking my neck out saying that's it. Premiers over.
No,
Done,
no,
won.
not premiers,
They'll
but
be in it.
grand finalists.
Nah, they'll be in the top 4, and that's good enough
All right, fair
to
enough.
have a shot from there. I'll pick who makes it preliminary final weekend.
Stick your neck out, mate.
Well, there's still 4
Jesus.
teams.
Yeah, fair enough. Fremantle play finals?
No, not on that.
Yeah, not what I've seen lately, no.
They're just not.
They're flaky.
Yeah.
They've got some. You see them in bits and you go, geez, yeah, you know. They run like Fredericks and all those, making runs and getting forward and kicking
yeah,
goals.
they're going forward.
Tracy takes a couple of good
Yeah.
marks. But they just can't sustain it. I don't know. Against the better sides, they can't sustain
That's
it.
is the coach?
Yeah, 100%. Why do they
don't know.
play that slow game? Why do they continue
Yeah, I
to
don't know.
play that
I
slow
think that-
chip style game? Mate, get it moving. That's not going to win you a premiership. It's just not. It's
I
a
agree.
fact. But
I
anyway,
agree. I agree.
Friday night at the MCG, St Kilda 9-8-62, Carlton 11-11-77. Do you want anything to say about that?
what do you want me to say? It was a great first quarter
Yeah,
by both.
very good.
By both, yeah.
And then Ross Lyon took over and
he
scrap
did
it.
too.
And Carlton fell into the trap.
Well,
I
at
get
half
it.
time it was 53-39.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too
No,
bad.
that was good. The half
Yeah.
time was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
The second half was appalling.
A scrap.
Appalling. But again, yeah, probably Ross Lyon tried to, his usual, try to close it up. Let's try and scrap it up a bit and get over the line that way. They're never going to lose. But what I don't understand is Carlton sort of went into their shell themselves.
Yeah,
Charlie
exactly.
was running right. They kicked a
They
couple
went
of quick
quiet.
ones. Yeah, but I think they sort of changed the way they
went slow.
slowed it down a little bit.
Yeah, it's
And you
not-
know who
You can
benefited
blame-
from that?
You can blame St Kilda. You can blame St Kilda to a point, but you play the way you want to play. In the end, if you want to play quick, play quick.
Yeah.
I thought Harry Mackay was pretty good.
He was.
I thought he was
yeah, I thought he
fantastic,
good.
actually.
And I reckon St Kilda, that Filippo, he's a good footballer.
Yeah, he's good.
Very good. You know what I like about him? He's always up and about.
Yeah,
and
he's always, yeah.
kicks a goal. You know,
He's a good size too, isn't he?
I rate him. Yeah, I think
He's
good.
almost like, how do you compare
But
him
wasn't
to
he top?
like,
Was he top 5,
Yeah,
top
he
6?
was-
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
a high pick, yeah.
yeah, but he's just been injured and all that. But
Carlton needed to win that. They need, I said it last week. I said, that's why I tipped Carlton. I said, if you can't win this, it's over.
yeah,
Like it's, you know.
Yeah, and Carlton
and
did
St Kilda threw everything at them.
They did. And Carlton did what they had to do, and they did it well. Like, I thought they were good in the end. You know, St Kilda tried to drag it down to their style.
Well, they
But
weren't
Carlton
going to
did
win
not-
in a shootout if they allowed them
Nah,
to go.
Carlton
shootout.
would kick 20.
Yeah,
But I'm just
right.
going to say one thing: 77 ain't going to win you many games.
It's not, but it's the circumstance of the game.
Yeah, that's right. Different teams.
But the week
played-
Yeah, that's
before,
right.
Sydney, St Kilda were 2 goals and Fremantle were 1, and they ended up kicking 90-something St Kilda.
Yeah.
So they changed something
Yeah.
after. I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
Vito said, it's the way you play. The way when you've got the ball, It's what you want to do. How
Yeah, that's a fair.
daring you want
That's
to
what I
be.
was saying. Like,
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
if you want to speed it up, well,
Like,
try
all
and stop it.
I was thinking about this when the game was over. I thought, is Voss coaching for his job or is he coaching, to try and win a flag, right? Like everyone's trying to win a flag in some way or form, right? 11-11-77 tells me he's coaching for his job. Do you know what I mean?
Why?
Because
He's saying he doesn't want to get smacked.
No, it's not about that. Like, so, the Brisbane coach last year, Fagan, said when they were 1-5, he said we might as well just go for it. We're either going to win the flag or we're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, or
Right?
they're going to
Yeah.
It's not like, let's just keep. Don't worry about me. It's about the club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just think that he's been like he's like coaching Carlton in a way that keeps him. Do you know what I mean?
I do, but I don't know. I don't think so.
All right, I'm not sure, but
Let's see what the next.
I don't
few
like the way they're
weeks-
playing. Yes, they won.
I think
but
he's
I don't-
tinkered a little bit with the game plan, just slightly.
Yeah, I agree.
Just slightly.
Okay, fair enough.
Saturday, 1:20. That was at the MCG. Melbourne 7-14. That's 56. Yeah, that's right. Hawthorn 13-91. It's just an odd scoreline.
It is. Ask him; he'll tell you if it's right.
Oh, yeah,
or
he
not.
would have
It's
corrected
correct.
me.
35 points.
Melbourne
Mate.
were within.
Three-quarter time was anyone's game.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Yep.
Let's be honest.
And then Hawthorn did what good sides do and just put the foot down.
Absolutely.
Let's be honest. Like,
But I just want to ask you a
5
question,
goals.
both the question. Why someone haven't given Watson a biff in the head yet? Why? Why has someone hasn't done all
whiz.
that?
Waiting.
Yeah,
The
whiz.
a biff in their head. Like,
You're waiting, aren't
just
you?
smack him.
Biff Tannen.
Just a smarter. You know what, mate? Calm down, buddy. Seriously, yeah, good football. I'm not going to say he can kick a goal, runs around. That's great. That's entertaining. Stop being a hero.
Do you reckon?
Do you agree? I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
He is, yeah.
He's getting worse.
But
do
you,
you
know,
reckon?
you really want to get him. You really
I
want
just
to
don't like players like that. I don't like it. That's
Do you
just
reckon?
me. I don't like it.
Do you reckon Ginnivan's had like an influence on him?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure,
You
absolutely.
would have said, mate, you got to get into their faces.
So do you reckon? And this is an honest question. This isn't like. So he's no. Whether he plays or not, Hawthorn, Ginnivan.
Yeah, no, just
No,
doesn't
he's
matter,
not a
right?
difference.
So do you think Hawthorn should maybe get rid of Ginnivan? He's a 10-year player, Watson, right? He's going to be a star, right?
So he's going to be on to his third club.
Who cares about him? I'm not talking about him. I'm talking for Hawthorn's sake. Do you think it might be good to get rid of Ginnivan to get him out of the...
Okay, well,
Do you know what I mean? Like, because of the influence?
He's not the reason why they'll win the flag.
No, that's what
Yeah.
I mean. Like, it doesn't matter.
but the thing is, that's fine.
Is he in their best 22?
Who?
Touch and go.
Touch
Honestly,
and go.
Touch and go.
Touch and go.
And I'll say no, because Will Day's got to come back. There's a few that
Yeah.
come back.
But what I'm
yeah.
saying is, but then it's not really that. Yeah, he might have had influence, but it's up to Mitchell. But because Mitchell's smug, he likes it.
Had to throw in the Mitchell smug.
Because he's smug, he likes it. I'm just saying, mate.
Question for
have a
both
chat
of
to
you.
him. Have a chat. Sorry,
Maybe.
have a chat to him and go, mate. All right, you can run around and have a bit
Maybe
of a...
he has. I
Stop
don't
being
know.
a hero, mate. Because one day someone's just going to go, whack, seriously.
Oh, well, that's his problem.
My question
I
is,
suppose.
would have he survived in 1983?
no chance.
He'd
No
get his
chance.
right whack, wouldn't he?
You know what? No, no, he
imagine
would.
Robbie Muir would have got him.
What about the 84 grand final if he played?
He would have copped
Roger
one
Merritt
really,
would have picked him up.
he would have copped one really bad one where he would have been knocked out, and then you would have thought about it and gone, right,
Maybe,
this
yeah,
is not going to
yeah.
work. I just need to
Yeah,
play
I
my
need to
game.
change
That's
it,
it.
yeah.
But because now they're so protected, these blokes,
Yeah,
you can't go
everyone's
near them.
protected.
They're all protected.
But that's a good thing.
Yeah, I know. But that cockiness is just not for me. But
Fair
anyway,
enough. He's a good player, though.
he's a
isn't
good
he?
player. He's a good player.
Yeah. So Hawthorn just did what good
Yeah,
sides do. And
that's
just,
right.
Like,
Because
That's right.
Pickett, though, that decision you're talking
oh,
about.
it's
that
the
was
worst,
the
worst
I've
ever,
ever
worst
seen.
ever.
Yeah, worst I've ever
The
seen.
Twilight
Could've broken
game.
his leg. Anyway,
is-
sorry.
yeah. The Twilight game at Marvel, Essendon 11-5-71, Sydney 8-15-63. This was a replica of the Essendon North game where
Yeah.
Essendon got the jump, the opposition come
Yep.
back,
Yep.
and Essendon held on. It was exactly the same.
But saying that, though, 23 shots to 16.
Sydney-
Well, it doesn't
yeah,
work like
Sydney
that,
had
but
many
they butchered
chances.
easy chances.
Yeah.
30 out, 25.
Yep.
There was one that was like near the goal square they butchered. Mate, to be honest, good luck Essendon. Mate, good luck to them. They won the game. Mate, it's all about winning getting the 4 points. But let me tell you, Sydney lost it in my book.
They did.
In my
I agree.
book.
Essendon have been pretty lucky the last 2 weeks.
Very lucky, mate. Very lucky.
Maybe.
But you know what? Someone will say, oh, well, they got the 4 points. Yeah, fair enough.
What do you got to say about that?
Remember Johnny Warren?
Yeah.
He said, "I told you so."
When I'm up the big football field in the sky, I just want people just to remember I told you so.
I told you last week they win this game, Essendon.
You did.
I told you because I don't trust Sydney.
You asked me, do you trust Sydney?
I asked you both. I actually watched the episode back to make sure.
Yeah.
I asked the
But
correct
I asked
question.
you, was it for this week or for the
No,
year?
no, just in general, just for the year. Like, I don't trust Sydney. And there you go. There's a prime example
They
of
had
not
plenty of
trusting
shots,
Sydney.
but
Plenty
yeah.
of shots, but just not good enough.
But they haven't kicked the score all year, Sydney.
Well, Grundy's goal was good. That was a nice play.
Yeah, that's
What do you
lovely.
think? What do you think
Yeah, it
of
was
Essendon?
lovely.
Just quickly, what Essendon?
Look, they've been very lucky the last 2 weeks.
Beating the sides.
That they've had to
They
beat, yeah.
They should.
Yeah.
No,
That's
fair
it.
enough.
They're not playing finals. I'm not delusional.
Yeah.
But I call on a week-to-week
Yeah,
basis.
okay.
Sydney and Melbourne, under that roof with Essendon, don't like it.
Fair enough.
That's it.
No worries.
Saturday night in Darwin at TIO Stadium. I told you so.
You did.
You told me that you told me so about Essendon. Gold Coast 15-16, 106 defeated the Western Bulldogs 14-12, 96.
It's a good game of footy.
I'm pretty happy about that.
Nah, I'm going to do one thing.
Not that I like the Dogs, I just felt as though it was.
Well done, Gold Coast. That's how you play football.
Yeah, I agree. That was a good win.
Don't give me that crap and then expect me to go, oh, well done, Gold Coast. No, you're going to cop it when you play bad and you're going to
Commend
be
them.
praised when they play well. They played well.
Yeah, they nearly
That's
got
it.
overrun in
That
the
was a
end.
good,
They
that was a
nearly
good
did,
call
yeah.
by you because you said the conditions will suit
Yeah, it
them.
was just
That
time.
humidity will
Yeah.
suit them.
And they
Conditions were pretty good in the end.
They were,
weren't
but
they're
they?
okay,
What
but
I'm-
they know how to play it.
Yeah.
No,
They're-
they don't lose there.
They've
They
won
don't lose
7
there.
out of 7.
There you
Some-
go. I'm glad you said
Oh,
that.
the dogs weren't bad though.
No,
Dogs
they
were
weren't
okay.
bad, but the Gold Coast just had their measure all night, which is interesting because
And I don't think the midfield, like you wouldn't say one dominated the other. I thought the midfield.
I reckon Libba was pretty good and Bont.
No, they were, but I thought Gold Coast held their
They
own
just
in there.
scored better forward of the ball, Gold
Yeah,
Coast.
Yeah.
They scored almost, not every time they went forward, but they
it felt
scored
like
a lot.
that, didn't they?
31 shots. I mean,
Yeah. It's
a lot of
they wouldn't have
shots.
had more than 60 inside. Like, that's 50%.
It's 31 shots they had.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So-
they had 26 Bulldogs. It was a good
Yeah,
game of
so
footy,
what I'm
honestly.
saying, I thought,
For a Darwin match, yes, it was.
I'll
mate,
get
there's
it.
nearly 200 points kicked. You can't complain.
That's exactly right.
Where's Aaron Norton, mate? That was a game where if you stand up, you win, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
he's been a good supporting act all year. He hasn't been.
yeah, but disappointing to who? You should be the main actor.
but
Like,
he's-
I know what you're saying.
They're asking him. Yeah, he's not a.
Hang on, Darcy's out, Jamara's
I
out.
know.
He's got to be the main one.
But
now.
I'm not- I'm
I
not
know.
You
He's
know what
not
I thought?
the won't make one.
No. But
So it's hard to just change.
in the scheme of things, he's got to at least do something. Like he did. He was,
But you know what I think of it? I think he's just an okay player. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
No,
there's
he's not a
time-
superstar. in
there's
any
times
way.
where
no,
you-
he's not.
he couldn't have kicked 3 last night.
Maybe.
Kicks 3, they'd probably get him over the line. You
Probably,
Yeah,
but
I know.
he's not a great kick either.
No, terrible kick,
Imagine wet football.
Oh yeah.
It's bad enough in the,
Soap.
under the roof.
Yeah, soap.
Soap on the footy.
Good on him, Gold Coast.
No, that was a good win. Well done.
Was.
Good call.
Well done.
Yep.
I was hoping they'd lose in the end just because I
I,
remember.
I reckon. Yeah, I reckon you're both thinking that at the end.
Nah, I'll be honest. I didn't really watch much of that game. So
No, I did.
Because
I
you
loved
would
it.
have
I was
been
watching.
watching
I was watching a different sport.
different sports. So you didn't watch Showdown 58, 57.
No, I can't say. I'll be lying if I say
missed a
it.
good
So Adelaide 13, 11, 89 defeated Port Adelaide 12, 12, 84. So Adelaide moved to 29 wins. They sneaked
did see
past
that.
because
I
they were
did see
28
the
wins apiece.
I did see the mini, like the
Yeah.
bit of it, best of it, but
Good game of footy.
obviously both sides could have won it. It looks like. I mean, you tell me. You guys probably watch more
Mate,
of it.
With 7 minutes to go, they put the queue in the rack, Adelaide.
They
I don't
felt
know
that-
why.
Oh, did they? I thought Port had more gas in the tank.
No, well, every time they got the ball, they were just chipping it short, but they didn't want to score,
They
Adelaide.
they could see the finish line,
And you know,
and
yeah.
they had no gas in the tank. And they're like, hurry up, hurry up.
But you know what? Like, as much as I love Adelaide, I was hoping they'd lose this because I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate 20 points up and you put the queue in the rack. No, we're not
I
scoring
told you
again.
why. I told you
saw
why. They
ranking
didn't do it
I saw-
deliberately. Let
But
me
that's
tell
not good
you.
enough. That's not good enough.
Well,
Let's be honest.
If you start trying to go helter skelter, and
No, not helter skelter, but
you run the risk of the opposition, so they had to have play
Mate.
tempo footy and hold the footy. And
But when Rankin,
They had to deny
kicked
them.
those 2 clutch goals, I thought,
how good
Yeah.
yeah, the one off the ground, that
Yeah.
felt
How
freaky.
good is he? But he
Yeah.
meant it. It's
No,
not
no,
like
no.
he didn't mean it.
So-
No, he does.
If that was just some Joe Blow, right?
I agree.
But he just goes, oh, he's a genius.
So where's the real Port Adelaide? Who is the real Port
No,
Adelaide?
that's it.
Is that
Two
it?
players. If it wasn't for Raising Butters, they'd lose by 8 goals.
It's the same culprits.
No,
with
let's
them.
be honest.
What about North
Sure.
Francis?
Yeah, he did okay.
was okay.
He was okay. But apart from that, they've got nothing. They've got nothing. They're bottom of the barrel, I'm telling you. They're bad. They're
I don't
really,
I
really
don't
bad.
think they're that bad.
Really?
Do you reckon they play finals? I don't.
No, I don't think so.
Not even close, I reckon.
I don't know if
I
that-
don't think they're in the calibre of... Like, apart from Essendon, the top 7, if you look at the mate, who's going to miss finals from here? Top 7. Like, you got Gold Coast, you got Bulldogs, Collingwood, Hawthorn.
They're all going to keep
Brisbane.
winning.
That's what I mean. Like,
That's right.
they ain't playing finals, Port Adelaide.
No, I agree
You're not
with
going.
that. You're not going there.
Yeah, that was a good showdown. It turned out to be good.
Was.
I
I
thought it was a
picked
bit
it to be
flat
the
early.
record margin.
You're right off it. Jesus.
On what basis?
Yeah, I know what he was.
Port Adelaide losing by 90 points the week before
Yeah, forget about that.
Fair enough.
at the construction site.
Oh.
Why would they play a game at the construction site?
2,500 people when they
Yeah.
said 5,000. They
Well,
count legs, though,
they
Phil, I'm
count-
telling you. I'm telling you, they count
Like
legs.
at the MCG today at 110, there was 29,000
Was
to
there?
see. Yeah, to see
29,000.
Richmond 11-15-81 defeat West Coast 11-13-79, and there wasn't 29,000 there.
Hang on, how do they
There
count
was
this?
not
West-
29,000 there.
How do they count them? How? I know
I
it's all
know.
electronic and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but
But do they just click them twice? They
they
must.
have to have.
West Coast been stiff, I'll tell you.
They were. I picked West Coast,
Yeah, they've been
and for
stiff.
every bit of. Before we go on to, Uze has coached in 26 losses, 0 wins, 26 losses when the opposition kick over 80.
Really?
There you go. 79.
That's interesting.
79.
Win the game.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's a great stat.
It was an okay game
Yeah, I
of
saw
footy.
it. I saw it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
all
I thought
right.
you watched a fair
It
bit
was
of that.
actually
all right.
entertaining.
It was entertaining.
What about-
Because two salad rolls, you didn't know who was going to win.
Yeah.
Like, they were back and forth.
The tackle at the end was brilliant.
Okay. I just want to say, yes, I agree. That kid hit his head pretty hard on the turf, right? Now.
3 weeks,
No, that's what. No, I swear when I saw that, I
Oh,
go.
you just reminded me something.
I go.
tackle in the North game I want
No,
to
no,
talk
no,
about.
no.
Well, we're not at the North game.
No, it
No, no.
reminded me of something.
When he hit his head, I thought, yeah, great tackle, right? But isn't that's a tackle, and the kid's probably concussed, right? Didn't happen then and there because it's his first game or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Doesn't want to get up. But I guarantee he ain't playing next week. I guarantee he's
I'll
got
take
concussion.
the points off Richmond.
No, but I'm not saying take the points, but does he get weeks?
Yeah, I
again,
know
a
what you mean.
football act, right?
Of course he won't, because now after what happened, Paul Curtis was the example of everything. Now it changes. It's obvious. Paul Curtis's suspensions cost North 2 games, by the way. Just
100%.
To, just
Could
to
you-
say that.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, I know. But it's cost them. I don't care what anyone
Plays
says.
for West Coast Ball.
That's a bit-
The AFL's a disgrace, mate.
Yeah, I know
Disgrace.
that. I was,
Absolute disgrace.
Anything
Go on.
else to this?
No.
It was a good
Yeah,
game.
Good
I
game,
actually enjoyed
close. Good on Richmond, they won the game. How did Harley Reid go, in your opinion?
I thought he was good for 15 minutes early in the last. He was good.
Yeah.
Kicked a magnificent goal in the second.
He set up a couple early.
Set up a
too.
couple.
Yeah,
He was
good.
okay. I thought that that was it Gross that had the footy live because I was there live. He had 2 chances of hit ups. I'm not sure what the vision looks like, but his
first
ears
game.
pinned back. It was
wanted
like
to kick
I'm
the
going
goal,
all the
yeah,
way.
of course.
He had chances to hit that up.
Because you know what?
Again-
in his local
Can I-
footy, he kicks that goal.
Yeah.
wins, right,
You know
no
who was
problem.
good on the ball? Liam Ryan. That's his
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah,
I
he
reckon.
played on the ball.
Yeah, and I reckon that's his spot at the moment.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
no one booed Baker and no one booed Graham.
Oh, I heard a couple
Did ya?
of
Did you?
just small
Yeah,
ones.
okay.
Oh, that's
but
just stupid.
nah, they're just
Premiership players,
they're just
mate.
yeah, I was gonna. You should bow to them.
Just
Like,
quickly, I want to go back to something, talk about hits. So Zach Merritt in trouble?
I didn't see it. I've heard about it. Tell me. What do
Is
you
he in
think?
trouble?
I didn't see it.
I don't think so, but what do I know?
So balls there, fair enough. He smacked him in the face.
Yeah,
It's high contact. Was there a free kick?
yes, there's a free
Absolutely,
kick.
there was. So if he smacks someone, I just want to know. I'm nothing against Zach Merritt. It doesn't matter. Could have been
Yeah.
whoever. Is that a suspension?
No,
Smacked
he
him in the
didn't get
mouth.
If he's punched him in the face, yes.
Oh.
If he's punched him
Well,
in
the
the face.
ball was right there. He went to punch. He wasn't even looking in his face. Like, I don't know. Oh, we'll see tomorrow. We'll find out tomorrow.
What
Won't
do
we?
you think?
Of course he'll get away with it. Are you crazy?
No, but do you think it should be?
Yeah, it should be suspension because people get suspended for tackles now, no matter who it is. No, I'll harp
a
on
different
it.
act.
I'll harp on it until round 22, 2084.
How many
I'll
times
tell
do you
now.
watch a tackle now and go, that's 3 weeks?
Correct.
That's 3 weeks.
Correct. No, am I right?
I've got one today in the North game that I want to bring up.
Okay,
When we get to
we're
it.
getting to it.
Anyway.
we're getting there. We're getting there.
Let's
We're
move
almost
it. Moving on.
Moving it on. So this was a classic at GMHBA Stadium at 3:20. It was Geelong 14-17-101, GWS 16-9-105. It was. Hogan kicked 7 today.
He's a good footballer, mate.
Is Hogan the best 28-year-old recruit since Bernie Quinlan Fitzroy when he went to Fitzroy as a 27-year-old?
there. What? Okay.
Oh, I think so.
Honestly,
Yeah. Oh,
that was a good
he's
get for Fitzroy at the
superb.
time.
Great get.
He is on par to be as good as Bernie Crittenden
100%
going
agree.
to another club.
100% agree. He was tremendous today. But he's been great for them all the whole way. And you know
Yep.
what? They showed character, GWS. They've been down and out, and they've copped a barrage in the media.
Yeah.
What a win, mate.
They broke a 3-game streak.
And they've
Four.
they've won the last 3 or 4.
Yeah,
then.
they do. They get them there, don't they?
I
weird,
was
isn't it?
wrapped. I was wrapped. I loved it.
Because they fought when Geelong challenged.
Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah.
I like
And
that.
thought, you know what? The usual sides wilt at Geelong when Geelong's coming.
Yep.
I thought, nah, this is not happening.
Yeah.
Good on 'em.
Yeah, I agree.
But without Jesse Hogan.
Okay.
No. I remember when they were losing games, I said, without him,
The
because he's not
one-man
kicking
band.
goals.
Okay, so
Yeah,
right
yes.
now, if you take Patrick Dangerfield out of Geelong, they've been big trouble.
Well, he didn't kick 7, though.
No, but I'm saying is, who wills them over the
No,
line?
they're a better team than
Geelong,
Yeah.
their midfield.
Dangerfield's
Yeah,
the
Dangerfield.
instigator.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, but
Even now.
Yeah, he's their match winner. He's there.
My
yeah.
point.
I know that, but 7 goals is 7 goals.
Yeah, I know.
That's
But
a
he's
big
he's
effort.
one influence in one different way, and Dangerfield's another influence in a different way.
Well,
Without
they-
him, they struggled
They had
badly.
their chances to win at Geelong, too. They had about 4
absolutely.
shots in the
Reece
last
Well, the last
2
minute.
3 minutes.
Reece
Yeah.
Stanley missed one at the end.
Bruce Stanley.
That's right.
Sorry.
Blitzabs.
Blitzabs.
Reece Stanley.
Bruce
He's got a
Stanley.
hamstring.
Yeah, he's out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, sorry,
He'll probably
Blitzabs,
never play
correct.
again. No, good on GWS.
Nah,
to
they'll
go
be
down
they'll
there.
be they'll be delighted about that. And does that put them back on track?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. That's
Surely
going to
it
give him.
does.
That's going to give him confidence,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
Don't know. I'm not sure about them. I don't know. They've been poor for a few
Well, let's
weeks.
see what the next few weeks brings.
Well, that's
us.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
that's right. Anything else to add to that?
No, I just can't wait to get to the next game.
Ninja Stadium
Ninja
at 4:40. It was North Melbourne and the Brisbane Lions. North Melbourne 10-11-71 had a draw with Brisbane 10-11-71. Draw.
Good
So
atmosphere
North's
down
lost
there.
by 9 points, 8 points,
3.
3 points and a draw. And Larky's missed 3 goals in all 3. So
Don't
he's-
get me started.
So he's missed 9 crucial goals in the last 3 losses.
We'll probably had 3 wins in a row. No, seriously.
I'm going to take back what I said about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He's a very average forward at the
Thank
moment.
you.
Forward.
Full
Yeah.
forward. He's a very average player at the moment.
Yeah, I agree.
He was missing sodas today and last week.
How do you miss him 30 out straight in front?
He's got to stop playing with the ball and all that crap.
Yeah, stop
Because that
that
doesn't. That doesn't.
But
Just
when he was
kick the
kicking
ball.
them for the last 4 years, like doing that, you know what I mean?
Cost us 3 games, mate.
I'll tell you,
I reckon he might have. I'm
he has.
sure I reckon he has.
He has, mate.
I'll tell you, disappointing.
He's the villain.
villain.
He's a villain.
Dersma. You're there to kick
Mr.
goals.
Soda.
You're
Mr.
there.
Another easy
He's got
goal.
one job. Kick goals. That's it.
Yeah,
One
yep.
job.
At least Constantine, the clutch guy, he's able to do it.
Yep. I thought. Did you think? Was it you that said the jury's out on Dersma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, one of us.
I reckon I might be coming around.
I can't see it. I
Oh,
don't
was it
see-
you? No, it was you.
I've been saying that for
Yeah.
And I said,
Like,
yeah, I'm not sure.
I can't see
Because
it.
sure.
McCurch is getting better.
He
getting smarter.
is. He is.
He's getting
I
smarter.
don't see the
Do you-
excitement with Dersma. Like, I don't see anything there to go, okay. Like, there's nothing,
And
you know what I mean?
yeah, I know what you mean.
It's his second year or third
Did
year.
Brisbane say, fellas, we did everything we could for you to win this game?
Oh, no,
North were pretty good. North were pretty good. Like,
Charlie Comben down back in the last 5 minutes.
Sensational.
was,
Mate, who's been North's best recruit?
Luke Parker.
By a country mile.
yeah.
Yep.
By a country mile.
They've all helped. All three have helped in their own way.
Darling was okay, Patrick,
So-
today. And Caleb Daniel was okay
Yeah,
today.
they were okay.
Yeah, but Comben handballing to Daniel late in the game.
Yeah, so- but that's a
going
Comben
on
thing.
there?
Yeah, but that's just him, and he's just...
So-
Tristan Sherry was sense. He destroyed them.
He's
So
got
just-
some good scalps this year.
Just getting back to that handball, right?
At
Doesn't
the
matter
end.
if he asks for it, Caleb Daniel. You need to be smart enough to go, no, it's not the right thing. You're going on your left side, no.
Okay, so
Yeah.
at the end there, Costanti, instead of... he's looking for the...
Too Larky-centric.
He wanted to be the hero
He had,
and hit
I
someone
think he had
on the
Dylan
cheek.
Could have hit
Stevens
up
on
Dylan
the side-
Stevens.
on the side, and he could have just gone and had a shot. Doesn't matter what happens.
But this is the thing. There was
You had to
50
keep-
seconds left.
To get
Yeah.
that to
You
him,
needed
it
a
had to-
score, man.
It had to be a perfect
That's
kick to hit
right.
Larky
Top
there.
of the square.
So where's
or
the game
handball,
sense? Where's the sense of the game?
He's played 9 games of football.
Well, you know he hasn't.
Yeah, he has.
He's played probably 300 since he was 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So those 300,
Yeah, do you know what I
those
mean?
300 compared to AFL means zero.
Oh, I know there's,
If you know what I mean.
there's a
Like-
difference, but he's not dumb.
That's right,
he
mate.
knows the game
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
He'd
like-
do it playing PlayStation.
Yeah, but the
That's
pressure,
right.
the pressure of
That's right.
pressure gets to you.
right.
Oh, I get it. He's probably just...
Okay, so next week, if he's in the exact same position, what does he do?
Yeah, he'll
He
kick it
handballs.
long. Or
He handballs or he hits... He doesn't go to Larky.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, no.
So, you know, the 9 AFL games that he's played, I'm not, don't get me wrong, this is
just-
the wrong thing, cost North the game, 100%. Like, that was the reason. That was a chance of winning that
Also,
game.
I'm sick of people going, they just don't know how to win. Rubbish.
No, of course
They
they
just
knew how
don't
to
have
win.
it's not that they don't know how to win. You're playing with degraders. So they're having a crack.
They're very good today.
They were good today.
Toby Pink was good, I thought.
Yeah,
He had a crack. What do you think of LDU today?
He was very good today.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's got a vendetta. No
You see
matter
when he
what
got
happens.
the ball and he kicked it?
Just wait for club
yeah,
corner.
okay, yeah,
You see
yeah.
when he
I did.
kicked it into the houses? When?
Yeah, no one's
He
ever
hit the
made a
roof.
mistake.
What was that? What was that? What's that?
It
No
was
one's
a
ever
clever
made a
kick.
mistake.
It was to get position. Oh, that's right. We're not playing rugby.
What sort of kick was that? George Wardlaw's got more class than
Can
him,
I
my
say something
finger,
about
mate.
George Wardlaw?
Is he classier than LDU?
Is he? Do they need to sort of say, George? You don't have to go
Yeah,
at
100
every
miles
ball.
an hour, yeah.
100 like it's a piece of food.
I
Like
love-
you're
I
a
love
tiger in the jungle.
I love him.
Mate, it's a seagull to a chip.
It's unbelievable.
He's-
Just mate,
he's-
I love him.
He overruns
We
it.
haven't got anyone like that, mate.
Yeah, but you don't
We haven't got
need
anyone
to
like
do
him.
that.
plays in fast forward.
exactly,
You've
yeah.
got to just
Slow
pull him
down,
up a
mate.
little
Yeah,
bit, son.
okay. Yeah, fair enough.
There's times where you can do that, and there's times where you don't need to.
I'm sure he'll learn that.
There was one when he broke through, mate. The four blokes he just ran. I love it. We haven't got anyone that's so explosive.
So I text him
LDU's
at
not
the
explosive,
20-minute
like
mark.
an idiot.
LDU again. He's an idiot, he said. I texted him at the 20-minute mark. I said,
But
George,
he is.
hang on. I said, George Wardlaw hasn't had a touch yet. 20-minute mark,
In the
right?
first quarter.
No, last quarter. Hadn't touched the ball, right?
What do you mean?
He hadn't touched the ball.
Are you
Not
sure
one
about
bit.
that?
I bet my life
Same
on
for
it.
the first 20 minutes of the last.
Of the
quarter.
last
Quarter
Yeah,
did
yeah,
not
yeah.
touch the ball, right?
Yeah.
He was doing what you're doing, overrunning it 100 miles an hour. Okay, what's this guy doing? 4 minutes to go, he got involved, got about 5 touches, and changed that game, right? You need to get more involved. Like, 14 touches isn't going to...
Did Simpkin play smarter? Yes, I thought he did.
Yeah,
today.
they were all playing smarter.
Second half, I thought.
Yeah.
First half, he was terrible.
There was a free kick to Luke Parker holding the ball on a 50-metre penalty.
Yeah.
And that's 3 weeks suspension.
To who?
He slung tackled him. He hit his head. 3 weeks. Poor tackle.
No, it's
Got
only...
holding the ball. I was wrapped. Got holding the ball.
No.
50's a 50 because he back chatted.
Yeah, it's only when you get concussion, mate.
So that was a sling tackle.
Okay, maybe.
Hit his head.
But he didn't get concussion.
Once again, I was wrapped and got the free. Do you know what I'm talking
That's
about?
what they want. Yeah, but that's what he's
It's
saying.
concussion.
If you don't get
It doesn't
concussion,
matter.
you can kill someone.
It doesn't
You can put
matter.
a bullet in his head. If he wakes up and keeps playing, it's no problem. It's true, mate. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I mean,
Okay,
people don't understand what I'm
if he
trying
doesn't
to say.
get concussion,
You can
it's
do whatever.
nothing.
Yeah, correct.
Facts.
That's what I'm
So
trying to
if
get at.
his head's, if one bloke's head is made of glass, a phrenology head,
Yeah,
right,
you get
and
3
the other
weeks.
bloke's made of like a
But that's my
boulder,
point.
You
That's
get
my
3
point I'm
weeks.
saying.
bloke-
Yes. That's
Okay.
a fact. That's not me saying that.
I'm just saying that
I'm the
like,
stiffest man in
they
football.
can't get him on.
Sitting at home at the moment.
Yeah, I know. He's getting cold.
Sitting at home thinking, I can't believe I am not playing football for something I actually tried to help my club get a free kick.
Geez, you could have any more juicier games. Essendon last week.
I know.
Or today we didn't think they were
All
going to.
jokes aside,
Next week Richmond.
Do North
Like,
win those 2 games
they should have won
Probably.
2 of the last
Probably.
3.
with him
No,
playing?
even without him, they
Yeah,
should have won 2 of the last 3.
It's not. Yeah, you should have won them. That's it.
Anyway, Club Corner will be discussed a bit further.
Oh yeah.
Trust me.
There you have it, our review of round 9 in the books, and we'll see you in the next one.